Hello everyone, my name still remains Okpe Oluwa Oni, your real estate cash flow king. And today I want to touch on something that is very, very important. A lot of people have had the opportunity to counsel people that want to really build wealth through real estate, and they ask me this question all the time. I'm going to be answering the question using this video. And the question is simple. So how do I really go into real estate? Should I start as a realtor? Should I go into the real estate business? Or should I just stick to real estate investment? And should I just do the two together? So there's an hack that I'll be sharing with us, something very simple that will help me to explain the reason. I might not be able to answer the question for you outrightly, but there are things you need to really pay attention into. And this will really help you to decide whether you are doing real estate as an investor or you are doing real estate as a realtor, as just business. So for anybody doing real estate as business, basically you are an entrepreneur. That's basically what it is. So because you have to have the entrepreneurial spirit and the entrepreneurial mindset to succeed as a realtor in real estate. Anywhere you are watching from, whether in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, anywhere you are watching for, that works. So it is very important. You need to really pay close attention to that. And for anybody that is doing the real estate as an investor, of course, you can build wealth as an investor. You are not playing in the business. You are not buying, you are not selling, or you are buying and you are selling. You are not brokerage. You are not doing any brokerage deal and all of that. You are just buying, make, appreciate, then sell and all of those things. Anyone that you are doing, you are good to go as an investor. So that's basically the difference between the people doing it as a business and the person that is doing it as a realtor. So now let's move to how do I really know what to go about. So there are basic things that will help you to determine whether you should go into it as a business or you should go into it as just an investor. Okay, so I will be using an acronym and something that will make you to, so I call it the strings of real estate. So the strings of real estate, maybe that will be the title of this short teaching. So S C R I N G. So what does S start from? So S is the skills. So what skill do you have? So it is a question of skill, and you need to answer this question. Is very important, because if you do not have the skill required to do business, you don't have people management skill, you don't have the tolerance, because see, customers are king. People will talk to you anyhow and all of those things. People will rubbish you, and you don't have the appetite to take no. You get a whole lot of no's, then you don't have any business being a realtor or doing the real estate business. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you need to ask yourself, so what skill do I have? You need to even research it. Because I mean, in this age and time, all skills, you can learn all skills. You can learn all skills. So the question of skill is very important. The question of skills is very as an investor too, you need to know your numbers. Are you good with numbers? Do you recognize patterns? Do you know? So where do you even, where do I need to invest into? So that is also very important. You need to know your numbers. You don't just want a situation whereby all that you invest in is what you were told to invest in. No, you are not an investor at that point in time, because you don't understand the numbers. So basically you are doing gambling. So if all you were told to invest is what you are investing, so you need to sharpen your skill in the area of human relations, sales, marketing, branding, and all of that if you are doing the real estate business. However, if you are being an investor, just like any other investors, there are skills you need to sharpen. You need to know your numbers. You need to know the indices, what really makes real estate appreciate, where to invest, when to invest, and when to move out of the market. That is one skill that is very important. So when do I cash out? When do I sell? When do I still hold on to an asset? And when do I really sell that asset? That is the number one S. That's S now. The number one skill you need to learn. The number one question you need to answer is the question of skill. So the number two is the time. How much time do I have? How much time do I have? time. Time is very, very important. If you do not have control over your time currently, forget real estate business because it will consume your time. So that's just simple and straightforward. If you do not have the time, forget, just stick as an investor. But if you have some measure of control over your time, then you can do the real estate business, because the real estate business, number one, is involve research. Research involves time. It involves inspection. Inspection involves time. It involves several meetings, deals, negotiation, and all of that. And all of this involve time. So do you have the control over your time? And do you think you can spare more time? Because we are all at different stages of our lives. So can you carve out or curate time out of your busy schedule to do the real estate business? So you need to answer that question, because I can't answer that question for you. Different people are watching this video from at different points in their life and at different stages in their life. So you need to answer the question of time, which is the number two question you need to really ask yourself. Do I really have the time? And if you don't have the time, can I create the time? And how long am I ready to give to this thing? Because as an investor, time too matters. Because if you are investing, let's take for instance, probably you are doing land banking and you are investing over a period of 30 years, 20 years, 15 years, that's time. So do I have the capital that I have right now? Is it patient enough to wait for 10 years, to wait for 15 years, to wait for 20 years, or 10 years or 5 years? So you need to understand time too. That is very, very important. And as a business person, do I have the time? Because see, basically as a real estate person, your time is what you are trading in real estate business. Your time is what you are trading to create wealth. That's it. That's what we trade with when it comes to real estate. Your time is what you are trading with to create wealth. So you need to understand and answer the question of time. So do I have that time to do the real estate business, or do I have that time and be patient enough to watch my capital grow? Then number R is risk tolerance. Hope you don't have high blood pressure. If you have high blood pressure, don't invest too. So risk tolerance, that's the how. That's what the how stands. So what is the level? What is your level of risk tolerance? Are you risk averse? So you need to understand. So hope you won't get a call one day that they are demolishing a house somewhere close to your house and your heart skipped out of your body. So your level of risk tolerance is very, very, very important. You need to examine that. Of course, there's nothing, especially those that are watching from Nigeria, Africa, and all of that. Living in this part of the world alone is risky. So you need to ask yourself the question, what is my level of risk tolerance and how much risk I'm ready to take? For instance, for those doing the business, it comes with risk. It comes with risk. There's no governmental protection. So are you ready to accommodate such risk? There's no guarantees everywhere. You are the one guaranteeing everybody as a business person. So are you ready to absorb the risk? Are you ready to absorb the risk? So that is very, very important. So for instance, now you are doing the business, probably you are a realtor. Are you ready to absorb the risk? Risk your reputation when you are bringing in people to come and buy into a project that you are not the one that will deliver it. And if you are a developer, are you ready to absorb that risk too? The risk of people giving you money to go and do a development for them, and all they just want is guarantees, 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 guarantees. Are you ready to absorb that risk? And if you are an investor and you are bringing in your retirement money to a project and the project does not work out well, do you have that risk appetite? And so our risk appetites are determined by some of the experiences we have had to encounter in life, in time past, and all of those. And sometimes with age, when you are still young, you can still absorb a lot of risk. You can make mistakes, you can fail, you can come back, and you can bounce back. But if you are not young again, if you have started paying for BAU and Logi and Chem and Street together, you cannot afford some level of risk. Okay, so the high is intellect. So intellect, knowledge. So knowledge is key. Whether you are a realtor, you want to play as a developer, or you want to play as an investor, your intellect must be top notch. Your level of education must be top notch. So as you are absorbing knowledge, just like you are watching this video, I'm very sure some of you are taking decisions already. So your intellectual prowess is very, 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 very important. So when you are going into real estate, whether as an investor or as a real estate business owner, so you need to understand, because see, just like building every other building business and any other industry that you are in, your level of knowledge is very, very important. So what are so not just educational knowledge, the experiences that you have gathered over the years, the exposures that you have opened your mind to over the years, all accumulate to whether you are going to be a good investor or you are going to be a good real estate business owner. So it is very, very, very important. And for anybody that you are watching this video, you're already an investor, you need to open your mind to a lot of possibilities. You need to move with the big fish when it comes to real estate investing. You need to probably join a REIT. In one of my videos, I explain what REIT is all about. That's the Real Estate Investment Trust Fund. You probably need to join that first. Look at how these people are utilizing funds before you now step out and start utilizing your fund on your own. So you need to examine that. And if you're a developer too, so where did you cut your teeth before you start the real estate development thing? Or do you just want to become your own oga and you start the real estate development thing? That is very, very important. Then the next one is network, which is one of the most important things. You know, there is a saying that says that your net worth determines your net worth. And it's, I mean, that's just the reality, the truth. Because in real estate, we deal with people. Real estate is as valuable as the people that are involved. Note that. Real estate is as valuable as the people that are involved. If you are not dealing with people that carry value and also place premium on value, then you are not playing in real estate at all. So real estate, your network matters. Whether you are going into the real estate business, after building, you need to sell. So you have the network of people that you can approach. You have the network of people that you can raise capital from. You have the because these are questions you need to ask yourself, especially for those that are going into the real estate business. Real estate is not for the hungry. It's not cheap. Yes, you can start small, but if you remain small, you'll be swallowed by the shark. So that is very, very important. So your network. And if you don't have the right network now, you can build it. And that is very, very important. You can build that network. So the network is very, very, very important. Very important. And one of the things that network help you to do is that you can pick people's brain. For instance, now, I have people when I want to look at land banking in particular areas, let's say Port Harcourt, I have people in Port Harcourt, I have people in Abuja, I have people in Kano, that I can just, they are just a call away from me. And I can just, okay, yes, I need this, I need this, I need this. In real estate, it's very, very important. So that when deals are coming for you and you do not have the required network, sometimes it can frustrate that deal. It can frustrate that deal. So your network is very, very important. So you need a vertical network and you need a horizontal network. So what do I mean by vertical network? You need people that are your peers, and you need people that are above you, and you need people that are below you. You need it, because the reason why you need the people below you too sometimes is that you need people that can help you to do the dirty job. Very, very important. You need people ahead of you so that they can pull you up. And you need people at your level so that you can compare notes. Very, very important. And lastly, your goal. We all want to be rich. We all want to be financially free. And real estate can take you to that journey. So your goal is very, very important. So if you have all the fun, start as an investor and stay as an investor. But if you are upcoming, if you are still an upcoming artist, one of the best ways is to start as a real estate business owner and start as a realtor. As a realtor, you can build up the capital, build up the experience, build up the network, build up everything I've talked about. And it will push you up to become whoever you want to be when it comes to real estate. So your goal is very, very important. And it has to be precise. It has to be precise. It has to be specific too. It has to be measurable. That goal is very, very important. So some people, I was talking to someone, he said his goal in the next 10 years to buy a house every year for the next 10 years. The guy is 25, said by 35, he wants to own 10 houses. So it's very, very possible. So your goal will determine the route you want to take. Your goal will determine the route you're going to take, considering all these other things that I've mentioned too. If you notice, I did not mention capital because capital can be creatively created. So that is very, very important. And this is where I'm going to be drawing the curtain. I know you have questions. There are so many things I did not touch. That's why I call it an hack. So if you follow this, your skill, your time, the risk appetite, your risk tolerance, your level of intellect, your network, and your goal. Answering all these questions, you will be able to answer, should I go into real estate as an investor, or should I go into real estate as an entrepreneur? So thank you very much for watching this video, and leave your comment, like, subscribe, share, every other thing you do on whatever platform you are watching me from. Thank you very much. My name still remains Okpe Oluwa Oni.